Hello everyone. Excuse me. So, I've been gone for a while and I'd like to talk about a few things. First off is Balticon. Now, if you don't know what Balticon is, it's a con here in Maryland at the Renaissance Hotel, and it specializes in sci-fi and fantasy. So, I went 3 out of the 4 days, and I'd like to talk a little about that. So, I bought my ticket online with the refund I got from Universal FanCon. Balticon is certainly something. So the first day I went dressed as Cindy Arm from Final Fantasy 15. And I went to a panel where I was given a ribbon that said Hero and Dodo approved costume. First time I've ever gotten ribbons for a cosplay, and I was really elated about that, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start with registration. You go to registration, they pull up your name, they give you your badge, you're good. Some panels you have to register for because they have a materials fee. It's usually $5, not too much. And you usually get to take home whatever you made in that workshop, and you get to take home probably the supplies you use, like a hot glue gun or something. So that's good. I did not register for one of those workshops, and I was turned away, so you do want to register for those. Also, the panel I was at was about sexual harassment and, cosplay is not consent. So there are lots of panels, and the panels are in hotel rooms. They move everything out of the hotel room, and they just have stuff that they need for the panel. Like a table of panelists up front and seats for the audience. And sometimes a TV, depending on what I was doing. On panel I was at. So let me talk about the dealer's room and the artist alley. The artist alley and the dealer's room are a lot smaller than your other big cons. But there's a lot of handmade stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff. I got a soap in the shape of a D20 with some polyhedral dice in it. I got some earrings, some keychains, some necklaces, one of which I'm wearing right now. It is a glass necklace with a picture from Dante's Inferno, and on the back it says, "If you're going through hell, then keep going." And I'm also wearing the symbol for Roxas from from Kingdom Hearts, that are handmade earrings. So that's about the gist of it. There's a lot of books, so if you like to read, you can go support some independent artists and writers. There's also a lot of handmade jewelry, bags and stuff, so it's really fun. So the first day I went to Cindy Arm, and what I noticed was a lot of guys were staring. And it wasn't like a creepy, pervy stare. It was kind of like, and I hate to sound so mean and stereotypical, but like the 40-year-old virgin in his mom's basement has never really interacted with a girl. That's what it felt like. But it's fine for a bit, but after a while it gets kind of creepy, but it is what it is. So, first I went to Cindy. The second day I went to Sarah from Final Fantasy 13. I brought a Moogle plush with me. Everyone except for 2 people thought I was Lightning, the useful sister. That was really fun. I went to a show that day. I went to a anime viewing, and it was really fun. I enjoyed myself. People liked my cosplay. And then the last day I went as Yuno from Future Diary. Covered myself in fake blood and my bloody axe, and 2 people knew who I was, and they really liked my cosplay. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. But I did feel out of place, even though I was dressed as characters with the name fantasy in the game, because this is old age fantasy. There are people dressed as wizards, mages, some Star Wars because that's kind of sci-fi, but most people dress like they're going to a Renaissance fair, medieval magic fantasy stuff. So if you go, keep that in mind. I did see a Ruby cosplayer. She was really cool, but yeah, keep that in mind if you don't want to feel out of place like I did. But anyway, yeah. So that was my Balticon experience. I'm not sure if I'm going to go back next year. Maybe. It depends. Because for the 3 cosplays I'm doing for Otakon, they might be worth it. Like Chise from Ancient Magus Pride, Pyrrha from Ruby, and Sarah Farron, one of her 13-2 DLC outfits. So it might be worthwhile. But that was my experience at Balticon. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. I met some cool people. I got some ribbons. I got a picture of me somewhere floating around on Facebook if you can find it. So thank you. And if you want to go, I think it'd be a great experience.